It was when I was 16. I had gotten into an argument with my mom and she kind of kicked me out. So I was just kind of like bouncing back and forth from like house to house, trying to figure out where I was going to stay at. And then I went back into care.
Okay, so you've been in foster care before?
Yes.
Was it with your foster mom or your actual mom?
My actual mom.
Your actual mom. Had you been in foster care prior to that instance of CPS getting involved?
Not since I was younger. I've been at Austin Children's Shelter and I've been at the LifeWorks. They've helped me get my birth certificate, my social. I'm supposed to be going to get my ID soon. With school, signing up, doing FAFSA, ACC orientations and stuff.
Was school important to you?
Yes.
What are you going to study at ACC?
I was actually hoping to do vet medicine, just to get like my tech at ACC, and then probably transfer over to A&M so I can like further in that.
So do you eventually want to be a veterinarian or vet tech or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, what makes you want to do that?
I just love working with animals. Okay. We had classes at my school all the time. We had to work with like lambs and goats and stuff.
What was the hardest thing about going from house to house when you were living with friends?
Trying to find a stable place and going to school. Because it's like it was hard to get to and from school, especially when I was at Austin Children's Shelter, because I'd have to catch the bus early in the morning. I used to talk to one of the ladies that worked in the office there all the time, and she called me into her office because she knew everything that was going on. And so she was like, "Do you need help with anything?" And I was like, getting to school and stuff, because I was already missing a lot of school because of attendance. And yeah, it's very important because there's a lot of kids out there that need a lot of help.
So how many times would you say you were without a permanent address in that time period of 16 to now?
I'd say about 3 or 4 times.
How was your experience working with CPS?
I personally don't really like working with CPS because they change caseworkers a lot, and some caseworkers don't even care for the kids. They're just in it just for the money, I guess. I feel like if you want to work in that field, you have to like your job and be able to like get along with the kids and actually do what they need, like help them and everything. But I went through 12, 13 different caseworkers.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully in my own place, finishing school and everything.
10 years?
Maybe a family starting off, I'm not sure.
Okay. If you woke up tomorrow and all of your problems were fixed, what would that look like? How would you feel?
Gosh, I don't even know how I would feel. That'd be amazing. It really would.
Given what this project is for, if you could change any rule or law or like the way providers work or anything like that, what would you want to see change for people 14 through 24 dealing with the issue of homelessness?
Well, one of our friends, I guess he was recently signed out of CPS care, and he was trying to come back to LifeWorks to stay there for a little bit because I guess he had been kicked out of his house, but they wouldn't let him stay because he's not a child from CPS. So I think that like even if they are or if they aren't a child like in care, they should still like have a right to stay at a place because they have nowhere else to go. If they go to a shelter, like the whole point is it's a shelter, they're supposed to let people in and like help them and stuff. Like don't just like tell them, well, you can't be here. Like the whole point of a shelter is like help people. But